Well, hello there. Sion Batson here from Sion Batson Tutoring, and in this video, I will be teaching you how to divide fractions and whole numbers. A very important concept for 5th grade students, 6th grade students, 7th grade students, and GED students. So, let us go. Now, this exercise is out of my 5th grade math workbook. You can master 5th grade math, Next Generation Learning Standards. Now, this book is an excellent resource for homeschooling, virtual learning, extra practice at home, homework help, and state test prep. It is filled with very simple and easy to follow notes and explanations, step-by-step examples, guided examples, and more than 1,800 practice problems and answers. So if you have a 5th grader, I would highly recommend that you get them a copy. You can get your copy from Amazon or from my website, www.sbatsonacademy.com. Now, to our exercise. I am going to teach you a few simple steps that will help you master the skill of dividing fractions and whole numbers. Step 1, we will make the whole number a fraction. And to make a whole number a fraction, we will simply put a 1 under the whole number. Yes? Then we will keep, change, and flip. We will keep the first fraction. Then we will change the division sign to a multiplication sign. Then we will flip the second fraction, or find the reciprocal of the second fraction. Now, reciprocal is just a fancy word for flipping. Yes? All right. Once we are done keeping, changing, and flipping, we will multiply the numerators. Then we will multiply the denominators. After multiplying the numerators and the denominators, we will check to see if we can write our answer in its simplest form. Also, if our answer is an improper fraction, we will convert the improper fraction to a mixed number. That's it! How are you feeling? This is fun stuff. This is simple stuff. Now, let's get the party started. First example, we have 4/5 divided by 7. Yes? We have a fraction and we have a whole number. So step 1, we will make the whole number a fraction. Yes? And to make the whole number a fraction, we will simply put a 1 under the whole number. Putting a 1 under the whole number gives us a numerator and a denominator. So we have a fraction, yes? Now, also, putting a 1 under the 7 does not change the value of the 7. Because remember, 7 over 1 is the same as 7 divided by 1. And 7 divided by 1 is 7. So putting a 1 under that 7 does not change the value of the 7. So to make any whole number a fraction, you simply put a 1 under the whole number. Yes? How are you feeling so far? This is fun stuff. Now, let's go to step 2. We are going to keep, change, and flip. Yes? Always keep the first fraction. Whenever you're dividing fractions, you will always keep the first fraction. The first fraction always stay the same. So 4/5 stays the same. Then we will change our division sign to a multiplication sign. Then we flip the second fraction. We have 7 over 1. If we flip it, this 1 at the bottom now goes to the top, and the 7 at the top now come down to the bottom. Fun stuff, very simple stuff. Keep, change, and flip. Now we will multiply the numerators. Our numerators in this example are 4 and 1. And 4 times 1 will give us 4. Yes? Then we will multiply the denominators. Our denominators in this example are 5 and 7. 5 times 7 will give us 35. Come on, talk to me. How is that? This is easy stuff. This is fun stuff. Yes, no. After multiplying the numerators and the denominators, you always want to check to see if you can write your fraction in its simplest form. And again, to write a fraction in its simplest form, you will simply divide the numerator and the denominator by their greatest common factor, or by the biggest number that can go into the numerator and the denominator evenly. In this example, the biggest number that can go into 4 and 35 evenly is 1. Therefore, the greatest common factor for 4 and 35 is 1. And whenever the greatest common factor for the numerator and the denominator is 1, that simply means that our fraction is already in its simplest form. Yes? So our final answer here is 4/35, or 4/35. How is that? Come on! This is fun stuff! This is exciting stuff! I hope you guys are having a good time with me here today. Yes, and quickly, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, 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 and thank you for joining. Now, kindly click on the subscribe button and turn your notifications on so that you can be notified every time I post a fun, exciting, and easy to follow math tutorial. Yes? Thank you. Now, let us keep the party going. Yes, I'm so happy you guys are here with me, working on this skill, dividing fractions and whole numbers. I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm having a good time, yes? And guess what? I have a surprise for you guys. Woo! I cannot wait for you guys to see my surprise. Let's continue. We have 9 divided by 1/2. So again, we are dividing a whole number and a fraction. So step 1, we will make the whole number a fraction. And to make a whole number a fraction, we will simply put a 1 under the whole number. Putting a 1 under the whole number gives us a numerator and a denominator. So we have a fraction. Also, putting a 1 under the 9 does not change the value of that 9, because 9/1 is the same as 9 divided by 1. And 9 divided by 1 is 9. Yes? So putting a 1 under the whole number does not change the value of the whole number. All right, we're done with step 1. Step 2, we will keep, change, and flip. Yes? We will keep our first fraction. Our first fraction stays the same. So we're going to put back 9/1. Yes? Then we will change our division sign to a multiplication sign. Then we will flip the second fraction, or find the reciprocal of the second fraction. If we flip 1/2, this 2 at the bottom will now go to the top, and the 1 at the top will now come down to the bottom. This is fun stuff. This is easy stuff. Come on. So we are done keeping, changing, and flipping. Now we will multiply the numerators. The numerators in this example are 9 and 2. And if we multiply 9 times 2, we will get 18. Yes? Then we will multiply the denominators. Our denominators in this example are 1 and 1. And 1 times 1 will give us a 1. Tell me this stuff is not easy stuff. Tell me this isn't fun stuff. Be honest. This is fun. So we have 18 over 1. What does 18 over 1 mean? 18 over 1 simply means 18 divided by 1. Yes? And 18 divided by 1 is 18. So our final answer is 18. How are you guys feeling? Talk to me. How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling great? Are you feeling super? Fun stuff. This is fun stuff. Now, I'm going to work 2 more examples, and then you guys will get to see my surprise. Are you excited to see my surprise? Are you eager to see my surprise? Talk to me. Talk to me. All right. This example, we have 2/5 divided by 10. Yes, again, we're dividing a fraction and a whole number. Yes? Step 1, we will make the whole number a fraction. To make the whole number a fraction, we will simply put a 1 under the whole number. Again, putting a 1 under this 10 gives us a fraction now. We have a numerator and a denominator. Also, putting a 1 under the 10 does not change the value of the 10, because 10 over 1 is the same as 10 divided by 1. And 10 divided by 1 is 10. Yes? All right. I want you guys to stay with me. All right. So we are done with step 1. Yes? We made our whole number a fraction. Step 2, we are going to keep, change, and flip. We will keep the first fraction. Whenever you're dividing fractions, you always keep the first fraction. The first fraction always stays the same. Then we will change our division sign to a multiplication sign. Yes? Then we will flip the second fraction, or find the reciprocal of the second fraction. If we flip 10 over 1, we will get 1 over 10. How is this stuff? Come on, this is fun stuff. So we are done keeping and changing and flipping. So we are going to multiply the numerators. The numerators in this example are 2 and 1. Yes? 2 times 1 will give us 2. Then we will multiply the denominators. The denominators in this example are 5 and 10. So we will multiply 5 and 10. 5 times 10 is 50. Talk to me, come on. Give me the feedback. Tell me how easy this stuff is. I know, very easy, right? Now, remember we said after multiplying the numerators and the denominators, we will always check to see if we can write our fraction in its simplest form. And again, to write a fraction in its simplest form, you will simply divide the numerator and the denominator by their GCF, or the greatest common factor, which is the biggest number that can go into the numerator and the denominator evenly. In this example, the biggest number that can go into 2 and 50 evenly is 2. Therefore, the greatest common factor for 2 and 50 is 2. So we will divide 2 by 2 and 50 by 2 as well. Yes? Divide the numerator by 2, divide the denominator by 2 as well. If we divide 2 by 2, we will get 1. If we divide 50 by 2, we will get 25. So our final answer is 1/25, or 1 over 25. This is fun stuff. This is exciting stuff. How are you feeling? Now, if you guys remember, I want to show you a second option you have here when multiplying. Before we multiply fractions, remember our skill. We can simplify fractions before multiplying fractions. Yes? If we want to simplify fractions before multiplying fractions, we can divide a numerator and a denominator that are diagonal to each other by their greatest common factor. Yes? In this example, we can simplify the 2 and this 10. Yes? To simplify the 2 and the 10, we will divide 2 and 10 by the biggest number that can go into 2 and 10 evenly. Yes? Or we will divide 2 and 10 by the greatest common factor for 2 and 10. The biggest number that can go into 2 and 10 evenly is 2. Therefore, the greatest common factor for 2 and 10 is 2. So we will divide this 2 by 2. 2 divided by 2 will give us 1. So we will shrink this 2 to a 1. Then we will divide the denominator 10 by 2. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we will shrink this 10 to a 5. Yes? Now, what about this pair here? What about this numerator and this denominator? If we want to simplify this 1 and the 5, we will have to divide 1 and 5 by the greatest common factor, or by the biggest number that can go into 1 and 5 evenly. Well, the greatest common factor for 1 and 5 is 1. And whenever the greatest common factor is 1, we will not divide by 1, because dividing by 1 changes nothing. Yes? If I divide 1 by 1, I will still get 1. There is no change. If I divide 5 by 1, I will still get 5. There is no change. So whenever the greatest common factor is 1, we will not divide, or we will not simplify. So after simplifying, what are we left with? We have a 1, right? We shrunk our 2 to a 1. The 5 stays the same. The 1 in the numerator stays the same. And we were able to shrink the 10 to a 5. Now, when we simplify, we get to multiply small numbers. Yeah? We will get the same answer. But the advantage of simplifying is you get to work with smaller numbers. You get to multiply small numbers. So let's multiply. Again, we will first multiply the numerators. 1 times 1, that will give us 1. And then we will multiply the denominators. 5 times 5 will give us 25. So we get the same answer, 1/25, or 1 over 25. But again, the advantage of simplifying fractions before multiplying fractions is you will get to multiply really small numbers. And if you realize, after simplifying, then multiplying, our answer will be in its simplest form. There is no need to divide by the greatest common factor. Yes? Now, if you need to review the skill or practice the skill of simplifying fractions before multiplying fractions, I got you, like always. I recently did an outstanding, simple, and easy to follow lesson that teaches you how to simplify fractions before multiplying fractions. Go watch the lesson. Master the skill. It's a useful skill. Then come back and join us if necessary. Yes? Alright. How are you guys feeling? One more example, then you guys get to see my surprise. Are you eager to see my surprise? Are you excited? I'm telling you, it's a real surprise, and you guys are gonna be like, whoa, I am here for that, Sion. I love your surprise, Sion. I know you guys will love it. I know you guys will love my surprise. Okay. All right. One more, and then you guys will get a chance to shine. Woo! Let's do 5 divided by 4/7. Yes? 5 divided by 4/7. So again, we're dividing a whole number and a fraction. Yes? So step 1, we will make the whole number a fraction. And to make the whole number a fraction, we will simply put a 1 under the whole number. Putting a 1 under the whole number gives us a fraction because we now have a numerator and a denominator. Also, remember, putting a 1 under the 5 does not change the value of the 5. 5 over 1 simply means 5 divided by 1. And 5 divided by 1 is 5. So we still have our 5. Yes? So always remember, if you want to make a whole number a fraction, simply put a 1 under the whole number. All right. So we are done with step 1. We made our 5 into a fraction. Now we will keep, change, and flip. Yes? We will keep the first fraction. When dividing fractions, I'm going to keep repeating this. When dividing fractions, we always keep the first fraction. The first fraction will always stay the same. Yes? So we're going to put back 5 over 1. Then we will change our division sign to a multiplication sign. Yes? Then we will flip the second fraction. Yes? Or find the reciprocal of the second fraction. 4 over 7 will now become 7 over 4. The 7 at the bottom go up to the top. The 4 at the top will come down to the bottom. Yes? So we are done keeping, changing, and flipping. Now it's time to multiply. We'll multiply the numerators first. The numerators in this example are 5 and 7. And 5 times 7 will give us 35. Yes? Then we will multiply the denominators. The denominators in this example are 1 and 4. And 1 times 4 is 4. How easy was that? Very simple. This is too easy. This is too simple. Now, after multiplying our numerators and our denominators, we have an improper fraction. Yes, this is an improper fraction because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Remember we said, if our answer turns out to be an improper fraction, we will convert the improper fraction to a mixed number. To convert an improper fraction to a mixed number, you will simply divide the numerator by the denominator. 4 goes into 35 how many times? 8 times. Yes? 4 times 8 is 32. You subtract and you get 3. Yes? The 8 on top of the house, that would be your whole number. The remainder, which is 3, will be your numerator. And the denominator stays the same. So our final answer is 8 3/4. Yes? Now, I know some of you are saying, well, Sion, I don't want to do all that division and all that stuff. That's fine. If you're really good with your times tables, you just divide. 4 goes into 35 8 times, because 4 times 8 is 32. 3 is left over, and the denominator stays the same. If you need to review how to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers, I got you like always, yes? You can go watch that video. I did a very detailed step-by-step video. Go watch it, yes? Master the skill. It's a very important skill. You must master that skill. All right, now, guess what time it is? Woo! It is your turn to shine. Come on. Your turn to shine. Hey, your turn to shine. Come on. It's your turn to shine. All right. Now, I always give you guys a chance to prove to your aunties and your siblings and your parents that you have mastered the concept, yes? So what I want you to do for me now is pause the video and give this problem a try on your own. Now, remember my surprise? you're going to pause the video, yes, and work this problem on your own. If you get this problem correct, guess what? Woo-wee! Woo-wee! The champ is here! The champ is here! If you get this problem correct, the belt could be yours. You can be the champ. Come on! I know you want to be the champ. Can you see the belt? Can you see the championship belt? And I know you want the championship belt. So you're going to pause the video. Yes? Give it a try. Go step by step. Then come back and let's see if you can get the correct answer and take my belt. Let's go! Woo! I'm so excited. Let's see. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you guys feeling? You think you got my belt? Let's see. Let us see. All right. So we're dividing 7 by 3/4. Yes? We have 7 divided by 3/4. Yes? So we are dividing a whole number and a fraction. So step 1, we will make the whole number a fraction. Yes? Simply put a 1 under the 7. After we are done making the whole number a fraction, we will keep, change, and flip. Yes? We will keep the first fraction. The first fraction always stay the same. When dividing fractions, the first fraction always stay the same. So 7 over 1 stays. Yes? Then we will do what? We will change our division sign to a multiplication sign. Then we will flip the second fraction. The second fraction here is 3/4 or 3 over 4. If we flip it or find its reciprocal, it will become 4 over 3. How are you doing so far? Perfect! Now, we are going to multiply the numerators. Yes? Let's multiply. Our numerators in this example are 7 and 4. 7 times 4 will give us 28. Then we will multiply the denominators. Our denominators are 1 and 3. And 1 times 3 will give us 3. So far, so good? All right. Now, if you look at our answer here, it's an improper fraction. Yes? And remember, whenever our answer is an improper fraction, we will convert the improper fraction to a mixed number. And you guys know how to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. We will simply divide the numerator by the denominator. Yes? How many times can 3 go into 28? 9 times. Yes? Because 3 times 9 is 27. You subtract and you get 1. The 9 on top of the house, that's our whole number. The remainder 1 is our numerator. And the 3, the denominator, stays the same. So our final answer is 9 and 1/3. Did you get it correct? Did you get it correct? Who is taking home the belt? Who is taking home my belt? You are? You are? Oh, very good, very good. Now, we're going to work one more problem. Just in case, I'm giving you guys a second chance to take home my belt. Do you want the belt? Huh? Josiah, do you want the belt? Caden, do you want the belt? Mark, do you want the belt? If you really want this belt, you're going to work this problem and get the correct answer. Again, I want you to go step by step. Pause the video, yes? Give it a try. If you need to, like always, you can go back, watch the previous examples, then come back and try this one. But I want you to try it on your own, and I want you to get it correct. I believe in you. Give it a try. Go step by step. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. How is everyone feeling right now? How are you guys feeling? I can see you are eager because you know that you got it correct. And I love the confidence. I love it. Let's see. We are dividing, what do we have? 2/3 divided by 8. So we are dividing a fraction and a whole number. So step 1, we will make the whole number a fraction. And to make the whole number a fraction, we will simply put a 1 under the whole number. Putting a 1 under the 8, two things happen. We get a numerator now and a denominator. So we have a fraction. Also remember, 8 over 1 is the same as 8 divided by 1, which is 8. So putting a 1 under the 8 does not change the value for the 8. Yes? So we have made our whole number a fraction. Now we are going to keep, change, and flip. We always keep the first fraction, 2/3 stays. We will change our division sign to a multiplication sign, and we flip the second fraction, or we find the reciprocal of the second fraction. If we flip 8 over 1, we will get 1 over 8, yes? So we are done keeping, changing, and flipping. Now we are going to multiply the numerators. The numerators in this example are 2 and 1. 2 times 1 will give you 2. Then we will multiply our denominators. The denominators in this example are 3 and 8. 3 times 8 will give us 24. How was that? Did you guys get 2 over 24? But we aren't done, because we're going to check to see if we can write our fraction in its simplest form. And again, to write a fraction in its simplest form, we will simply divide the numerator and the denominator by the greatest common factor, or by the biggest number that can go into 2 and 24 evenly. The biggest number that can go into 2 and 24 evenly is 2. Therefore, the greatest common factor for 2 and 24 is 2. If we divide 2 by 2, we will get 1. If you divide 24 by 2, you will get 12. So our final answer is 1/12. 1/12. Did you get that? Did you get 1/12? The belt is yours. Do you want the belt? Who wants the belt? Who wants the belt? Who wants to be champion? Who wants to be champion right now? Who is the champ? I really hope you guys had a good time, and I really hope you guys enjoyed my video. Congratulations to all my champions, yes? Until next time, enjoy your math homework and your math practice. See you.